So I think we are live and stuff with more Xenoblade Chronicles. And to help me with my chronicling, we have the ever-illustrious Madhog thy master, who has finally gotten his internet back, kind of.
Yes, well, my internet back, that's a strong sentence to start off with. Hopefully, you will not jinx me.
For Madhog to get some kind of idea of where I am and what I am doing in game.
I have a pretty good idea, but please do go on.
Okay, so first thing you're going to see is my blades.
That's exactly what I wanted to start with. Ah, Perun. Perun is the absolute worst. The absolute worst. I hate her. Oh my gosh, die already, please. And Boreas. Oh yes. Along with the Shiba, he is the only other one with a very specific gimmick having to do with the Argentum
warehouse.
Warehouse, yes.
I hate Boreas because it's like all the shit with Shiba, only without a really good blade to compensate you for it.
Oh yes, you hate Boreas. Okay, sure.
I've actually used Shiba as in my main party through most of the game, and she's awesome.
Okay, Ross. I'm going to start with asking you something simple. Okay. You know, to start us off with. To whom have you given Boreas? To Nia?
Yes.
That was a wise decision because I'd like to talk about preferential classes with your playable characters. Because you see, technically you are supposed to be able to customize the various characters in this game however you want, depending on which blades you are going to get them to use. But inevitably, some of these characters are going to be far more suited to specific roles compared to others.
In fact, they actually tell you what their role is supposed to be right above their name.
They suggest you what their main role is supposed to be by the very first blade they come with.
That too. So we have Rex, who is the Master Fighter, Nia, who is the Master Healer, and yes, I know I'm using a common blade, but it has salvage increases and is just overall pretty darn good for a common.
Yes, I categorically refuse to use Philistine generic blades in any other situation other than just you know, solving the occasional field puzzle.
Plus, it was a healer class, and the only other healer blade I have on her is Ursula, which I constantly have to send out on freaking merc missions.
Yes, that is annoying. By the way, speaking of side quests relating specifically to blades, you know by now that I am, you could say...
She is, has nothing equipped to her right now. That's weird.
Obsessed with this game.
Yes.
I've started tweeting about it the very first day I started playing it. And ever since then, I posted everything from snarky comments to pictures to legitimate critical analysis and thoughts. I basically reviewed the entire game scene by scene on my Twitter. By the way, I'm plugging my Twitter since I'm here. You can find me at Adriano Bordoni1. Maybe you can add a little bit of writing in the bottom of the screen if you can, but you don't have to. Anyway, so one of the staying alive, staying alive, staying alive. I love the idle animations in this game. They are fantastic.
I mean, she's not even the right blade for Poppy to have Alice as his starter, but I just am so amused by her idle animation. I just
yes, it's the best. Yes, absolutely. I think everyone has fantastic idle animations in that regard, not to mention on-point banter, depending on whom you have selected in the active party. For example, one of my absolute favorites is Nia, being her cat-like self, trying to catch a bug that seemingly keep pestering her throughout the entire game, but she can never catch it. Anyways, I was saying, one of the last things I did on my Twitter was ranking from worst to best all 30 of the available quests for the blades, which I call also stands, because I started calling them stands from the very beginning, and they are basically that, functionally, so...
Oh, I can probably finish Shiba's quest now.
Shiba's quest is my #1 ranked quest, in fact, in that ranking system. If you've gone past a certain point, you might have found out why it is the absolute best.
That she buying an island in the middle of nowhere with all the money that you've given her?
No, that's not it. Maybe you have not come to that point yet, but you will at some point.
Well, then let's do it. That's something for us to do.
Actually, no. Stop right there. Stop right there. I'm going to stop you right there. First things first. Actually, more like 10th things first. But show me the Merc missions.
I've done most of them.
Well, have you continued doing them? Okay, you are currently engaged in 3. Good. I wouldn't want you to slack off in the Merc missions. They are the most expedient way to... expedite way, I should say, to get easy experience points. And to level up trust bonds with the blades you are not currently using in your active party.
Agreed. The one thing that's killing me right now is almost all the ones I have left are like strength 35 plus, and that's like battle party material.
Yes, I know. That's why you need more blades, and that is why I am here to help you with that. Because other than the usual manner in which you unlock blades by playing the awful, god-awful, god-forsaken lottery, slot machine or pachinko machine with the core crystals and whatever it is they do in that fantasy null space, there is another way, which is for blades that are specifically available in
certain side quests. Yes,
certain side quests and gimmicky ways.
Now I do have one blade that that I can't use yet.
Oh, so you have already done the Core Hunters mission. Good,
yes.
Because that's actually one of the 3 things I was going to suggest you to do.
I just kind of randomly ran into it, so I was like, okay.
No, you don't randomly run into it.
I bought the information, and then I wasn't even looking for that side quest, and I just kind of ran into it.
Yes,
if that makes sense.
If you buy the information, they tell you that they are stealing core crystals in Gormott. So really, all you have to do is go to Gormott, the province of Gormott, and Torigo.
And go to the right place there.
And you find the question mark that initiates the quest. But that's good then. In my official ranking, which I'm now basically elevating as the one true mission ranking, because as far as I know, I'm the only one who bothered to do it. In my official objective mission ranking for all the side quests for the blade, the theory and praxis, oh, by the way, get it? Theory and praxis, that is so clever. The theory and praxis trilogy, because yes, there are 3 quests for these 2 blades.
Jeez, I haven't found the second one yet.
Well, you will find it once you unlock the necessary trust levels for the blade you currently have and you haven't unlocked yet.
Ah,
And
so I
then
had
you
to get
do-
Praxis
yes.
up. Okay.
And yet, then you do her side mission, which will get you Theory. And then once you level up Theory, and both Theory and Praxis, in fact, then you can access the final mission, which is the one to end it all.
Gotcha.
But all these free missions are basically ranked individually at a 6th, 5th, and 4th.
Okay.
6th, 5th, and 4th in my ranking. I basically had them all lumped together for everyone's convenience.
Gotcha.
Like I said, Shiba is my #1 quest simply because of one specific moment that made me love this game more than anything else in the world.
I just love the fact she just flies around on a bathtub for no reason.
Yes, that's pretty that's pretty decadent. Fun fact: I've only unlocked her after I've already unlocked the Daga's blade, and Daga's is basically Kefka. I see this guy and I think to myself, there, this is the most decadent royal wannabe prince guy in the entire game. There is no beating him. He manifests a throne as an idle animation to sit on. And then I got Shiba, and she drinks tea in her floating bathtub, served by her own water elemental. That is even better.
I love having her out, but she's so big that it actually can lead to problems in narrow areas.
Okay, now on to me criticizing you.
Okay, what did I do wrong?
Okay, so as I told you before, certain characters you play as are better suited for very specific types of roles.
Yes.
Rex is better as a physical attacker.
Correct.
Nia is a healer, but she's also very good with light weaponry such as knuckles and katanas, and she's quick. She's the quickest one of them all. Yes. Which is something that I like. She's my favorite character to play as. Both because I like to be...
Let's actually do something while we're talking, at least.
Yes, you can start walking if you want. She's my favorite character to play as because, one, I like to be in control of who is healing whom. And two, she is the fastest character.
Attacker, gotcha.
And I always favor speed over brawn in my
makes
games.
Sense. I gotcha.
Now, like I said, certain characters are better suited for specific roles compared to others.
Correct.
That said, there are some blades who are better suited for specific characters compared to others.
Correct.
And I know this because I've experimented aplenty. So, the problem with that is that a certain blade will have a specific set of attacks, of arts, I should say, with a driver that will not be available for another driver.
Yes.
And unfortunately for you, long-distance attack blades are much better valorized by the likes of Nia and Morag, rather than Rex. Oh, I see you're doing you're doing the Nin quest. Fantastic.
I didn't intend to, I just walked in. Hey, something just triggered.
Right. So, speaking of the Theory and Praxis quest, you bought that information that unlocked their quest from an informant, right?
Yes.
Have you bought the greedy monster information?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Do you know what to do?
I do not.
Perfect. Let's take a trip to Morardane.
Okay, so we get to go to the place with, in my opinion, the best music.
Oh yes, absolutely. It is the best piece of orchestral glory that this game has to offer, and this game is no slouch when it comes to good soundtracks.
Okay, so we'll go to...
I said Morardane, not
Morardane?
Tantal.
I'm sorry.
I will go to Tantal soon enough, don't you worry. Okay. Lower level, please. So, as you can see, there is a fishing spot, or I should say a salvaging spot, but let's face it, it is also occasionally a fishing spot for giant monsters, which is ridiculous, and I love it. I fished out a freaking kraken.
Yes, I did that in Tempura. Tempuria, whatever.
Temperantia.
Temperantia, sorry.
Temperantia. So there is a fishing spot, you see, in... how do I describe it? It's not the first one, it's the second one. Yes, in that same direction.
So by the Eggle Jetty?
More or less. You have to go in that area, the area that was once closed off for you from this direction. You have to go in that area. Please go there.
Okay. We'll go to the nearest travel point.
Oh, and by the way, you know, and you have noticed about this hidden shrines, these hidden elemental shrines, have you not?
Hold on, I got, Madhog came back.
Are you satisfied?
Oh, that's like all of my rare blades on this one.
Have you done Wulfric's quest yet?
No.
Okay. Oh, I see you have unlocked freaking Bess. That was a fun quest to solve, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I had to guide that one.
Yes. So, I enjoy the side quests in this game more than I do the main story, because the side quests are pretty efficient in exploring the main themes that the game already gives you, which provide useful and compelling world building all around. I mean, the writing is not the strongest and the theming is transparent, but unlike Persona 5, I'm actually having a good time with it, so that's a win for me.
Gotcha. Hold on, let me just send these guys out to do stuff. I don't think I have enough quests to actually max out the, mercenary rank, though. Is there another area that opens up later on?
You can just keep doing quests over and over and over. You don't have to do new ones. They will collectively compile each other in terms of experience points.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Ursula is one of my top 5 bottom quests, I believe, in my ranking. Official, mind you, official mission ranking.
Yep, this is official. The Monolith put this shit out, yep. Okay,
anyway, so in this area here, there was a shrine, right?
I'm not familiar. Yes, I remember now, yes.
Okay, so you might be wondering what's the deal with these seals that you are destroying. Clearly not thinking of the consequences. Well, there are 4 of them in between Gormott here and Tantal, I think, and Uraya. And
actually,
they
let
are
me
only...
see if I can... I know there's a warp point right to it.
They are only relevant to you once you have the Zenobia Blade and her quest available, so... Right now, they are pointless to you.
Okay, so then how do I get the Zenobia Blade?
By playing the lottery game.
Oh boy.
Okay, so back to present time. That was an aside. I want you to go salvage in that spot that I mentioned to you before.
Oh, I have to go salvage here? Okay.
Yes, that's why That's why I said I wanted you to go to the fishing point or salvaging point.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, let me just get to towards the ground level.
Just jump.
Whee!
Whee! Oh, me quads! Okay, what really made me fall in love with this game were such details as a mullet pompadour cockney man taking falling damage and yelling, "Oh, me quads!"
Not so fond of fish.
I don't know why I still collect everything from these collection points. They don't seem to do anything.
I have never stopped doing that. You never know when you're going to be needing anything from any given random number of fetch quests.
Alright!
Okay, you need to be fetching, I was going to say, salvaging up until a certain monster shows up.
That one? The Kraken?
It might just be the guy you wanted. It is him, Gluttonous Marin, or Martin, Steve Martin. Yes, let's kill Steve Martin. Let's kill famous comedy actor. Let's kill famous comedy actor Steve Martin for his role in Looney Tunes Back in Action, which I actually enjoy. I actually enjoyed that film. Damn it, it's better than Space Jam. So, I'm assuming that by now you have figured out how to do the proper armor break, topple, launch and smash combos for maximum damage and overall cool looking effect.
Yes.
Right. Well, congratulations, Ross. You are now the proud proprietor of the world's most unlucky core crystal.
The lucky core crystal.
Oh, yes. So, guess to whom I have given this core crystal.
You gotta give it to Zeke at that point, right?
Absolutely! I mean, it's the perfect combination.
Also, they took my chest away.
Oh, yes. Well, that's a unfortunate side effect of cutscenes kicking in right after you salvaged.
Okay. Let's have Zeke open the lucky crystal.
Let's open the Pandora's box. No, wait, Pandora. He already has Pandora. Never mind.
Yes, Pandoria.
Pandoria, yes. You know what? Whatever. It's not actually clever. It's not a clever name. They added an I in Pandora. All right. Here comes the second best quest in the entire game. Oh, hi, I am Cassandra, named after the famous Greek mythological gal who predicted all those disasters, and nobody believed. What could possibly go wrong?
I will work day and night.
I like Cassandra, she is fun.
Don't worry about you later.
No, set her up right now.
No, I thought the easiest way to deal with her was going to be to send her on like Merc quests to level her up.
No.
Okay.
The best way, the absolute best and most expedient way to level up your blade is not only to have her in your active slot, but to feed her constantly.
Yes, you've told me. Let's give her a decent weapon. What do I just have lying around?
Also, after that, mind showing me her trust scale, trust graphic PowerPoint presentation? There it is.
So...
Right, so do me a favor and go a bit within and locate where her quest is. I think it should be in the second tier. Second or third tier. Not all the way to the end, which is good.
So it's the third one.
Okay,
Or
perfect.
daily bread.
Perfect. Right, so she will get the first few experience points easily if you solve quests while having her in your active
Gotcha.
party. And the rest of it can be easily arranged by essentially spamming the pouch item button.
That she likes, yes. Okay, so where are we going next?
Next, we are visiting Tantal, so please relocate yourself in the capital city of the most epically desperate continent.